Alright, welcome back to Master Duel. We're gonna watch a couple of games from my last season that I thought were pretty good. Some of these games were like done yesterday. Some of them were done like the week before NR, the NR event. So I don't remember some of them. I know I'm playing Skyshaker in a lot of these. This is a Toon World deck, I believe. Looks like Toon World Exodia, but I believe they actually just used regular Toon World here. And out comes the Kaiser Coliseum, which is kind of funny, because I was gonna Kaiser Coliseum him. Anyways, this is the standard. Well, it's not that standard. These are pretty niche. Hand destruction is pretty good for Skyshaker, but it's very niche. I end up cutting that card later on because I'm not sure if sometimes whenever my opponent plays, they might drop their whole hand, so there's that issue. The Foolish Burial with the Full Metal Full Fusion is a good option. Out comes the chicken game. Alternatively, I could have went for the airspace into a Ray combo, but Hayate comes out here, probably gonna hit him. Throws out the Dogmatica Punishment. So I'm trying to steal his unit while the punishment kills mine. The reason I took her is because it's a way to counter the Kaiser Coliseum. Because now he has no monsters, I can have 2 monsters on the field. Unfortunately, that hit didn't count. Going to Kaguri, and I hit him again with Kagari. I think if that damage actually went through, I would have been able to kill him a lot earlier. But anyways, link these 2 off here. Go for the Phoenix, and I pop the Kaiser Coliseum. I dropped the Max C because I need to keep Ray for the next turn. No Ray, no play. So uses the chicken game here. Drops 3. And I just keep popping chicken game here. And I get the free removal for the chicken game. Airspace comes out and he judgments this, which is really weird. I'm not expecting him to judgment that. But anyways, he judgments that. And then we just hit him. Comes out with a Grand Maju and it's just like, what the hell? Yeah. If my damage last turn went through, he would be dead now, but it didn't. This actually ends up lasting a lot longer than if I remember correctly. Goes for the Prosperity here. I'm not very familiar with Toons, so I don't have any idea what he's going for here. But he gets the, I believe he is able to get the Blackluster Soldier out. Toon page flip. It's gonna special summon something, so I'm going for there can only be 1 here. Hopefully limit whatever he can summon. So those are the 3 monsters he's gonna summon. He summons that one. And then at this point I can't activate the Widow Anchor here. Right, Geki goes out, but I believe he's protected due to the Toon World. I have no idea why I did that. I really should have just went for the Banish here and then Widow Anchored. I Widow Anchored my own unit because I can't actually, she's not affected by spells apparently, or untargetable. So I have to Widow my own person. We're going for the Hellkit Fibrax combo here. Or just Unicorn, and I realize, oh wait, actually I don't have a card to discard to kick them back. Because you're immune to destruction, you're not immune to getting kicked back into the deck. I don't have a card to discard. So anyways, I probably should have fast forwarded to begin with. I'm in deep doo-doo here. The Feather Duster goes out, I hit him. It should be GG here. He should have been able to just straight up hit me directly. But I got lucky because that didn't kill me. And I draw into the kill here with the Hayate. So that actually came down pretty close. I only saved the games that I think are pretty close or are exciting. So here's the next one. I believe there are 2 more that were pretty good that I did today. So hopefully we'll be watching those. The magical hats is really cool over there. I opened with a handful of magic cards. This deck is super weak against Imperial Order. If I get Imperial Order, it's basically GG. I think that's what the Nightmare unit, the Nightmare Phoenix is there for, to pop the Imperial Order. But generally, if Imperial Order comes out, I'm not ready enough to take it. So there's the Metal Foe Fusion. Get back another card. I've had it once where I pulled the Metal Foe Fusion back out, so that's a thing. Anyways. Got rid of the chicken game. Go for the Shizuku here. And I get an engage. Looks like an okay opening turn. This is Alistair, probably Shadal Alistair. So Alistair comes out and I just pop him with that, hoping to be able to get a ray off of off of the airspace, but that doesn't happen. Negating Alistair is probably the big one. That just completely negates his Alistair summoning. Comes out with a Raigeki. Okay. I don't happen to have what's her face, which I think she should have used Shadal Fusion beforehand, because then you can pull it from the deck. Because I had a monster. But yeah, that card Ariel is actually really good against. It's actually really good against Skyshaker. At this point, I still have 5 magic cards in the graveyard, so I should still be okay. But since he was popping that, I just used it. But yeah, he got the even after getting his Alistair knocked out, even getting the Alistair negated, he's got a full he still got the full combo off basically. I'm surprised he didn't drop a thing and summon Fer-de-Lis, to be honest. That's because I have nothing else in my graveyard other than the Zeke that he can use that on. So yeah, get the Ray here, and I draw a Raigeki. So I'm like, okay, I'm still in this thing. Otherwise, I'd be in deep shit. He gets the Shadal Fusion here, and the Shadal Fusion basically is, if he uses, if I summon any kind of the Link monsters, he'll use the Shadal Fusion. But I don't have a choice. So here comes the engage combo. Going for a Widow Anchor. I went for the Widow Anchor instead of the multi-roll because I feel like he's going to use Shadal Fusion and summon from the extra deck. So I'm gonna need to be able to steal it. That would do better than multi-form. Anyways, he does this again. He just banishes 3 of my cards again, and that just completely sucks. And at this point, I cancel. There's no way for me to cancel the other ability, so I cancel Construct's ability and just steal the Construct. Hopefully that'll end the turn. It didn't. So here comes the Dust Tornado, and luckily Dust Tornado lets me set up another Widow Anchor. So if he does anything else after that, I have another follow-up play. Although I don't technically have a follow-up play because I can't Widow Anchor while I have Construct on the field. So Fer-de-Lis comes out here. And he actually hits me, and he gets that card back, and I don't get the Ray, because he banished the Ray earlier. So surprisingly, I'm basically in deep shit. But I steal the Fer-de-Lis. Surprisingly, I didn't hit the Shadal construct though, so I'm blowing construct up here with the... Gets the Shadal fusion again. This time I'm not summoning anything, so it's like, well, what are you gonna do? I'm ending my turn right here, right? So it's clear that I have Widow Anchor and I have Engage. Even the match dropping was impressive. But he has Shadal fusion and he can't really use it because I got nothing. He got nothing in the hand and he's got nothing in the graveyard. I mean, I got nothing that he can use to summon from the deck. That's a misplay. I should have put in the Shark Cannon just in case, because if I put in the Shark Cannon, whatever he uses the effect on, I could Shark Cannon it and pull it out. Anyways, I Effect Veiler. I believe I Effect Veiler here. Effect Veiler is kinda weak of a card these days, but it's very good for the Helga Fibrax into, there's the Effect Veiler. Helga Fibrax into the Access Cold Talker, so Effect Veiler is actually useful. Anyways, this is the second time I stopped him from using Invocation. We get the Ray back. The floating ability to float into the Ray is a huge pain in the ass, to be honest. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done. Probably shouldn't have used Goblin. I shouldn't have used Goblin there, because what I could have done is go Shark Cannon into. I could have gone Shark Cannon into a Access Cold, probably. Anyways. Here comes the Kaiser Coliseum into a Shark Cannon. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm walling him. And I know the other one is Squamata, so he would flip the Squamata and pop my guy. So what I did was I stole his wall, and then basically I'm walling him here. I let him pop me, drop a card, and then bring out the Ray in defense mode here. So he's gonna pop the Ray, but I'm gonna stop him from attacking. If he lets me summon a thing right there, if he lets me get Ray or Rose, I would be able to go Access Code probably. So cancel that, and then I'm just gonna direct attack him. At this point, I'm basically, I have a wall, and I'm just direct attacking him through the wall. I got the second Ray again. That's bad, because he did not need to do that. And I got the kill here. So, that Infinite Impermanence went bad. Should have impermed the Hayate and not the Ray there. So that was a bad impermanence, and that cost him the game. But it became a really funky shield and sword and shield type game, where I have the 3000 wall and I'm just punching him in the face. Open with hand destruction. The other reason to open with hand destruction, I get to figure out what my opponent's playing. Seems like he's playing trains. So Rose comes out. I'm surprised I didn't run straight up just run card destruction here. I forgot why I didn't go straight into card destruction. Anyways, basically trains, a bunch of trains just come out and it's like, oh crap. Trains is a really scary deck because your opponent just comes out with like 3 or 4 rank 10, 3 or 4 level 10s, and they just rank up and it's crazy annoying. Anyway, so Gustav Max hits me for 2k, pops my Lightning Storm, which is good because realistically, Lightning Storm's pretty dead in a Skyshaker deck. Basically going for the kill here. And I blocked it. Surprisingly, he couldn't kill me there. I'm surprised I think he probably could have killed me there. But anyways, I don't think that unit could have attacked. Well, no, he was attacking me anyway. So when I droplets him, he could have actually attacked me. Because it showed his attack going back up again. I figured when I droplet, I wasn't gonna die. Finally get the Ash, the field card there. Go for this card, hoping I can. I was hoping I can draw into one, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get Kaguri here. This is the right play. I was thinking I can go into Kaguri, get the afterburner now, and then just blow them both up, but no, that's actually the right play. Now I got the Widow Anchor, and I got the Link Rebound. The Link Rebound actually very good. Brings back the Kaguri, and I get to draw a card. Well, I draw a card and I discard one, but I get the Kaguri back. Get Dark Ruler no more, which is weird. Anyways. Double engage with a Widow Anchor on the field. I'm feeling pretty strong here. Terraforming comes out. It's a new field. Should be able to pull out that card right away. And now that just completely looks scary. 3 level 10s, 4 level 10s. It's like, oh man. Anyway, so they got one guy that if you detach the card, you make the other guy completely invincible. So I try to Widow Anchor here to cancel his ability. This forces his ability because if I steal this one, he might actually still let me steal it or not use the ability. So anyways, I get the Widow Anchor off. The Widow Anchor kind of is broken, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. He was gonna negate. He was gonna make one guy immune anyway. So comes out the Zeus, and that's just kind of like, what the hell? Well, he's not about to blow up his board on me, right? On the Zeus, so I wasn't all that scared of Zeus, to be honest, because it's like you have a board here, but you're not gonna. The board's mostly yours. You're not gonna clear the field on yourself. So one time where Dark Ruler no more actually comes in handy. Straight up Dark Ruler no more him. And that failed right there. He didn't realize that Dark Ruler. I don't know. Anyways, get the multi-roll here. Double engage. I was gonna pop it with the afterburner, but drew into the right Geki, so that's good. Triple engage. And that's why engage is limited, and that's why Kaguri's at 1. Realistically, that's not why Kaguri's at 1. Kaguri's at 1 because of some other reason. Because of the Kaguri's at 1 because of the drone Kaguri combo for Link 2. But anyways, this board is insane right now. I picked up the second multi-roll just in case I needed to pop something with my multi-roll so my opponent can't interrupt my spell. But like, that field spell survives so long. Every time I wanted to afterburner, something better seems to happen. Comes out with this. I'm surprised I didn't Widow Anchor that right away. Considering I had 2 Widow Anchors, I probably should have just Widow Anchored that. Weird. And I also didn't go into Ray's ability against Shizuku. Oh. I wonder why I didn't Widow Anchor him. Anyways, I dropped my own multi-roll so he can't interrupt my spells anymore. And then that's just an afterburner to the face. This time I Widow Anchored him. Which was kind of... Well, I have to Widow Anchor him there, because I was thinking maybe I can afterburner him first, but that doesn't work. So I popped him with the airspace, or I popped him with something, and then this is an access code talker right here. I believe he should know that the access code is coming at this point, and probably gave up. 21 spell cards. Okay, there comes access code, and then I believe I am able to pull out another monster here. Yeah. So I get the kinda OTK here. I get the big damage like 6k, 7. So yeah, that was that. And then these are more recent. These next 3 are, I believe, from today or yesterday. Still mostly Skyshaker. It's rare to have 2 fields that are both the same, and I just really like this. Japanese music on this field. So my opening hand's kind of funky, but I'm also running into a Shien smoke signal. So this is a 6 samurai deck, and realistically, 6 samurai first turn can be real stupid. Like they can 6 sam first turn, they can summon a whole board of stuff. They can probably even go Rango Bongo first turn. Anyway, so he smoke bombs my hand and pops my Ray, so he knows how to play Skyshaker, that's for sure. Now I'm holding 4 spells, 2 of which is bricked. So I'm just trying to put spells in the graveyard here. Canceled out her ability. Evil boosted her ability. All of this is just so I can engage. I picked up the rolls because I already have Ray in the graveyard. Guardy comes out, get another engage out. Just breaks the Soul Day. I can't break the tuner guy that's on the field, so didn't want to bother. Gonna try to pop him anyway, didn't work. Shizuku comes out. The reason I used the afterburner there is because I threw out the multi-roll and I needed to use a spell so I can bring out a second engage. So here I got double engage again. He pops the what's that called? He pops the multi-roll. And the Dust Tornado actually comes in very clutch against 6 Sams. So Dust Tornado his guy. And that's the main reason I ran that. Because that's the main reason I run Dust Tornado is for things like Imperial Order and this. But I was not expecting my opponent to be running freaking 6 Sam Skyshaker. Like, what the hell? Totally didn't see that coming. Anyways, he has a pretty big board here at this point, right? Because I got nothing I can do. And he knows not to drop that engage because he still remembers I have Feather Duster on hand. I picked up another multi-roll. Trying to see what I can draw here. And the card destruction is perfect. So, card destruction. Drops a second smoke grenade. I thought that card was limited. Anyways, turns out Call by the Grave, super useful right there. On the other hand, Call by the Grave is one of the cards that I get screwed over by myself the most because I would call by either Maxi or I would call by Ash, and then basically get it to come back and bite me in the ass. So my Shizuku versus his Shizuku. Turns out I have more spells in the graveyard than he does, and that saves me right there. Because if I didn't, I'd be screwed. I get another Rose, cancels out his ability, hits him in the face, and then that's just Zeke. And I banish my Rose, have him come back later. I don't think I have any more Shizuku at this point. That's probably why I kept it as Zeke. Also, I didn't have any monsters that are really worth using that effect for, because I think all of my Skyshaker spells are in the graveyard. And he completely blocks me out here with the token. Turns out I can't Widow Anchor the token because it's a normal monster, so yeah. Completely blocks me out with a token. That was super weird. Bricks Zeke. I'm surprised when anyways, I was gonna say I'm surprised I didn't get my rolls back when I banished them earlier. infinite impermanence here is big. And he does it perfectly because it infinite imperms the Shizuku and the multi-roll. Basically have a drew into a brick. This maneuver, Skyshaker maneuver, is a brick here. It's a brick a lot of the times. But anyways, I went for a tuner, going to the Helka Fiber Axe. He knows what's coming, so I believe he gives up here. Yeah, he surrenders. So he knows access code is coming here. After playing about a season, maybe 2 seasons worth of Skyshaker, I think I'm decently good at it now. That's about 50-60 games played at least. Go for the Ray. Don't really have any other spell cards I can drop in the graveyard, so went for the Ray. Pulls that back out and then goes for the multi-roll here. Oh, this is super slow. Goes for multi-roll here. I wonder if I pop my own Kagari here. I didn't go into Shizuku here, so that was a mistake. But it wouldn't have made a difference, because going into Shizuku would not have gotten me another engage. Cyber Dragons. By the way, Cyber Dragon is actually really strong against Skyshaker, because they got the mobile fortress thing that can just steal my guy, and it doesn't activate Ray. So if he uses Chimera Fortress, it just steals my Exceed, it just steals my Link Monster, and Ray doesn't pop out, so it's the best way to clear my field, actually. So I'm just chaining all of this stuff so I can pull out a call and engage, which is actually, I mean, it's okay because it's not my turn, but everything gets popped here and Ray comes back. I'm going for the double attack off the Ray here. And I still didn't go into Shizuku again, so I don't know what the hell I was doing there. But anyways. Go for the double attack again. Unfortunately, this clear effect, I can't go into Zeke and go for a third attack, so that's unfortunate. But anyways, gets the my opponent just pops off here, and that really kind of screwed me over. But there can only be one was really screwing him over, so he popped that, and he popped the card that he knew was he knew what that card was, so he popped it. I forgot what it was. But anyways, looking at his board is just like, oh, I'm screwed. And my opponent misplays here because I have Widow Anchor, but because of the Ray right here, I can't do anything. And instead of popping, he pops Hayate first, which was weird, but steals my Hayate here. And because of that, I get to tribute Ray. Realistically, if he blew up Ray, it would have been the same, I guess. So no big difference there. That is to cancel out the effect here, because I didn't really want the Cyber Dragon Infinity to be still around. So cancel him out there. Go into Shizuku here, and then I throw out the defense mode Rose. Shizuku's unbreakable now. I probably could have gone into Aina and then just prevent him from attacking. But he goes for the triple attack right there. I get the multi-roll back. Brought back a lot of good stuff, actually. No more engages. I think the engage got banished. So I'm going for the multi-roll to pop that. He has to use Cyber Dragon Infinity ability there, because otherwise, if the multi-roll ability pops out, he won't be able to respond anyway. So that's why he responded there, and that's why I activated the multi-roll ability first turn. That's just to force him to show his hand. At this point, all the important cards are in the graveyard, so it doesn't make a difference. And I popped the Feather Duster because he knows I have it, and he's not playing any magic cards anyway. So, going for the Widow Anchor here. The plan was to steal it and then hit him right there. The plan was to steal it and basically either pop it with the airspace or not, but I'm worried that if I don't hit a card with the airspace excavation, I won't be able to pop it, so I just ran the two Cyber Dragons into each other. I'm just stealing him here, hoping that would just straight up end his turn. And then I'm like, oh wait, I probably shouldn't just steal it. So here comes the Fortress Dragon here. But I don't, and the Fortress Dragon basically opens me up completely. I don't know why he went to Protoplant right there, but I think right when he went to Protoplant, he realized he doesn't have 2k life points to give. And there's the right game, and that's a GG. Because he lost a Link monster, I'm getting the free Rose, and then I summon Ray and then another Rose. I'm also not expecting the random Cyber End Dragon to come out of nowhere, but I canceled his ability. Not that he really had an effective one anyway. And that's just a Kaiju right there. But I'm holding a handful of Rays and Roses. It's like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? And I realized, wait, I can go into Nightmare Unicorn. But Nightmare Unicorn required 3 different names, so that's why I went into Hayate first. And then the direct attack. I thought those were pretty decently good games. There were some decent back and forths. I believe there was a pretty good one here. I think this one is Drytron. This one is a Drytron game I think was pretty good. I fought 2 Drytron players today, both of which like didn't really get the Hero ability off, so that was good. Oh, if it's Drytron, I probably should fast forward. That's definitely Drytron. Pre-preparation of rights, which is not what I was expecting. Normal Drytron doesn't play that. Alpha Dubin comes out, I just go back seed right there to see if I can catch some cards out of this. He just comes out right with the Hero of Perfection right there. Gets the Benten right back. And an Eva right there. My turn. So I'm just trying to bait out his fairies here. So chicken game he didn't bait out. Not baiting out by that. So I just break the Drytron there. Hoping he'll activate his ability right there. So he does to prevent me from going to Hayate. I go into the Widow Anchor. And I summon another unit right here. Just to make sure I have some plays, but yeah. And I can't effect Baylor him, which is really annoying. So if I had infinite impermanence here, it might have actually been better, because I can try to infinite imperm him first turn. Bait out some fairies that way. Activates Ava. I ashed the Ava right there, so that helped. And at this point, I believe his Herald is his Herald doesn't have ability at this point. Because I was able to get the Widow Anchor uninterrupted, but I didn't realize that his Herald was unaffected at the moment. So when I use my second Widow Anchor, I realized, oh shit, he's unaffected. He already has no effect. So I can only banish my own Zeke. Otherwise, I would have tried to use Zeke's ability to banish the Herald right away. But anyways, misplay by my part. Still has the Herald, but at this point I'm blocking him here. That's the Force of Herald ability. By this turn, he has his effect back again. But by using Effect Veiler, it forces him to drop a fairy, so I was hoping that by him dropping a fairy, it would interrupt his play. Comes out with the Lady Beatrix. I'm basically open for attack at this point. Freaking Ava is... I don't even think it's UR, is it? It's not even UR. I don't know if this opponent knows how to properly play Drytron, but it's got the Herald of Perfection now. It just so happens that because of the max seed, I got enough bullets to outgun him, to the point where he has to figure out what he wants to negate. So at this point, it looks really bad for me, but he has nothing like... at this point, it looks really bad for me, but yeah, it is what it is. So he's still continuing with the Union Carrier into an Ava. I was hoping at that point that I can go right in and go into a Shizuku or a Kagari and just run over his Herald of Perfection, but that didn't work. Anyways, so he does that to block me from coming back, so he can direct attack me. I actually don't die here, but I go low enough that it's basically GG. And he comes out with the Zeus, and it's just like, wait, you're not about to hit me with the Zeus, so what the hell? But anyways, it is what it is. I'm going for the Rose here. Going for the Ray into Rose combo. And because I killed the Union Carrier, I got to get another Rose. And using the Rose's effect here to stun the Herald. And he let me stun the Herald, which is interesting. But he's blocking this, so this gets blocked, which is fine, because I was thinking about a way of getting rid of the two guys anyway. And here comes the Afterburner, so I Afterburner him. Figuring, well, you know, I'd rather deal with Zeus than deal with him. Technically, I should have Afterburner the Zeus and popped the Ava, or not pop the Ava, whichever one. But I figured I would have two cards in defense mode, I'd be okay. But he does pop the Zeus ability right there. I figure at this point I would win because I have the right Geki. But no, he comes out with something real interesting here. Comes out the Assemble Nightingale, and he's like, oh shit. Okay, so at this point he hits me, right? I'm GG either way, because if I stop the direct attack, Zeus hits me for 1200 and I still lose. My alternative is I go into Shizuku, but if I go into Shizuku, he'll break the Shizuku and still hit me anyway, so it's GG either way. Alright, now we're gonna finish with two other games here, the 7-rounder and the 6-rounder here. So my opponent opens with Trap Tricks, in which case I'm like, okay, I have Feather Duster, so I figured this would be a good game. I figured that would just be instant GG. Apparently it's not. So here we go. Trap Tricks 0 here, and then drops 3 cards, so I'm like, okay, Feather Duster. And he gives me the Solemn Judgment. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, at this point, that's fine. I should still be able to Afterburner him. Hoping I can go into terraforming into an airspace and then pop my Kaiser Coliseum to the airspace. That went down the drain too, so I'm like, well, you know, he's not gonna hit me very hard with Sierra, so pop him with a there can only be one. I get the reinforcements here for the Ray, so I finally get to play. And pop him with the Afterburner and the Trap Hole right there. So pop two things right there. And he gets the Kaiser Coliseum, so it's like, at this point my opponent's really screwed. Also I can't because of there can only be one, I can't switch into another form. So there's that issue as well. So at this point I'm just straight up killing him, right? Right, that's what I thought. So I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna kill you. Nope. Going to the Ray, nope, it's a Trap Hole. And then I popped the Ray effect into Kaguri, and I was able to kill him with Kaguri. So that was a couple of big brain back and forth, so that was a good one. I'm surprised that lasted 6 turns. That looked a lot faster when it's fast forwarded, I guess. It felt like it was like a 4-turn game, not a 6-turn game. Going for the Foolish Burial Goods. At this point, I no longer have Full Metal Fusion. So, yeah. Chicken game comes out. I banished some pretty important stuff. But like, I still have one of each spell, so I should be okay. I go for the Ray here, and he max seeds me, so my first turn anyway, so I'm not gonna go through too many options. So he gets no card off that max seed, which is real nice. And that's why you don't really max seed a Skyshaker on the first turn, because it's like, what am I gonna go for here? Anyways, he evenly matches me. I activate that there can only be one, and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep the Widow Anchor. He plays Manju of the 1,000 Hands. Okay. Maxi didn't work. So at this point, Widow Anchor. Because I don't know what the hell he's gonna use, but if it's Ritual, it can't be good. So I just took it. Hopefully that'll end his turn right away. He has 4 cards in hand. Next turn I can go into the Mobilize Engage. Hopefully I still can get a advantage off of that. No real use for me to use the airspace here, because normally I would airspace into Ray Ray ability. But here I just straight up hit him because he has a monster on the field. So double. I'm gonna pop the rolls here. Hopefully I get something. I got the Shark Cannon, so I'm taking it. It's either Shark Cannon or Ray. I pick the Shark Cannon and then I engage again. Picked up an Afterburner. I don't have a second Widow Anchor. Is probably why. Also probably didn't have a second multi-roll. Set 3, and then that's the last card. That's the last. If I remember correctly, that's the last spell that I'm holding. That's the last Skyshaker spell. So going into Shizuku in the future won't get me any more cards. How come the Necross summon? So that's weird. But anyways, cancels my ability right there. And I'm an idiot because I end up playing that right there again. So he tries to activate the Herald of Arclight. He gets, I was thinking whether I should Shark Cannon that or Call by the Grave there, but either way. And then this is dumb because I Shizuku right at the same spot, and that was dumb. I should have Shizuku over here. Actually, I don't think it made much of a difference, because that's ritual, not that's a ritual monster, not a link monster. I keep thinking he had a link pointing to me for some reason. Anyways, that's the access code combo here. So he's gonna get access code here, and it's funny because right there, I think I had I don't have lethal here, but I go into Celine the Queen. I technically could have gone right into access code right there, but that didn't happen. So I get Nibiru, and I'm like, oh shit. I get Nibiru here. So that's unfortunate. All I can do here is set the droplets. And he can actually kill me. Or he can actually kill the token here. So push Tron Help with Fibrax. I'm expecting access code at this point. But he attacks me. Instead of going into access codes, I guess he doesn't have one. I don't know. Anyways, that blocked him out, and then the Raigeki finishes it. So top decking the Raigeki really was a hard card moment right there. But I'm more surprised he didn't go into an access code. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Dotonchi signing out.